What's up, guys, and welcome back to Wake Up Entertainment. So, there is something really interesting here on the Senzo Meiwa trial. Is that the summary of substantial facts? It states that what happened at the Kumalo house was a robbery that had gone wrong. So, this summary of substantial facts, it's like a summary of the key details in the legal case of the Senzo Meiwa trial. So this is just a summary that simply highlights the critical events that happened at the Kumalo house. And the main key point from that summary of substantial facts is that it states that what happened there was a robbery gone wrong. So Gininda himself now, he comes in with his evidence and states that what happened at the Kumalo house was a hit. And on top of that, Gininda states that he does not know why Kelly Kumalo wanted to do that. So from these two angles, you can see that there is serious contradiction here on what Gininda is presenting to the magistrate and what the summary of substantial facts is really saying. So this is the question that Advocate Mnisi presented to Brigadier Gininda in saying that you are actually contradicting what is in the summary of substantial facts with what you are presenting to the magistrate. Like, what are you doing? So obviously, as expected, whenever Brigadier Gininda is in a tight corner, Baloyi then interrupts everything and starts explaining. And on this scenario, Advocate Baloyi started stammering, etc., etc. So one thing that I don't like about what is happening with Advocate Baloyi is that Advocate Mnisi really has to stop whatever Advocate Baloyi is doing. Because what Advocate Baloyi is doing is he is disrupting the flow of questioning and cross-examination by Advocate Mnisi. It sort of disturbs the flow and the gear that Advocate Mnisi would have engaged into. So one of the main challenges that I've seen here is that Brigadier Gininda is sort of selective in the evidence that he picks. He sort of picks the evidence that he wants whenever it works in his favor. So in this instance, he does not want to use what is in the summary of substantial facts because it's not in line with what he is investigating and what he wants. And also on top of that, in other instances, when he is asked about what some witnesses have said in relation to the cross-examination, he distances himself from that because it doesn't favor his narrative. But on the other hand, however, even though Gininda is this challenge of selectively picking what he wants and the evidence that suits what he wants, on the summary of substantial facts, he may have a point because the evidence that he got, he cannot contradict himself because this is the evidence that he has gotten and he is simply working with what he has discovered. So he cannot bend the evidence to try and suit what the summary of substantial facts is saying. So yes, he has gotten this evidence and it has told him that it was a hit. So he cannot contradict that and try to align himself with the summary of substantial facts because he's going to be questioned as to why are you now bending the evidence that you got. But the challenge is that from the evidence that he has picked up now, it's selective. So that's the other challenge that is there with the what Brigadier Gininda is presenting.